Well, I think it's time to upgrade. I think that might have been the only good thing to come out of yesterday. Bruins lose 6-2 to the New York Rangers. Welcome back down into the den, everybody. And could you have picked a more predictable outcome for the game to happen? I mean, let's be real. Bruins and Rangers on Black Friday. It's as time-honored Thanksgiving tradition as being in the kitchen for 6 hours and still managing to procrastinate until the last minute. Your entire family making you wonder how they got this far without therapy. And on top of that, lamenting the fact during the entirety of dinner that you didn't take the over on the Cowboys game. So yeah, Thanksgiving, kind of frustrating sometimes. And what makes it even more frustrating is the fact that this game was played at TD Garden, which should mean something good for the Bruins, but you also got to remember that this is the 25-26 Rangers. The Rangers that are incapable of winning at Madison Square Garden, but are just so good at winning on the road. And what do? They stroll up into Boston with the Maida Mandani and just completely run the Bruins show. Now, people want to be mad at this, and there are reasons to be mad at it. I don't think people are mad for the right reasons. The biggest reason that people are mad is obviously the fact that the Bruins lost, which makes sense. Like, yeah, you're not going to be happy when the Bruins lose. But let's also not forget why the Bruins lost. The Bruins are suffering so many injuries. McAvoy's injured. Blumel got canned 2 shifts into the Islanders game before Thanksgiving. And now we have to also contend with the fact that Pastrnak and Zacha are out. So 2 of your best playmakers on offense are indisposed. And you have Casey Mittelstadt shambling back from injury, looking like he should probably be back on IR for like another week or 2. And we replace the production of Blumel, Pastrnak, and Zacha with the aggregate of Mittelstadt, Tufte, and Merkulov. And that angered a lot of people, calling up Georgii Merkulov. Now, I'm not completely out on Merkulov yet. I still think that he has some NHL utility. I think that he is pretty damn good in a 3rd or 4th line role, which is admittedly kind of disappointing considering he was kind of projected to be up on our top 2, up on our middle 6. Why isn't Lysell up? So this is my friend Chris Noshik, who runs the What's Bruin and Puck Off podcast. The easy reason, which you'd know if you were watching Providence, is he's working through an upper body injury right now. He's missed 2 recent games and been forced to miss practice time because of it. Secondly, his game isn't where it needs to be for the NHL, and he's been inconsistent all season. He was scratched earlier this season and has been demoted to lower in the lineup in his more recent games. There are several factors at play why it was Merkulov today. Just because you have a point per game doesn't mean you're not making simple mistakes and causing turnovers. Never said he didn't have talent. You're trying to get a 21-year-old to harness their talents and grow both on and off the ice. It's going to take time. He's making the same mistakes over and over again and not learning from them. Defensively, his growth has become stagnant. There's another level he needs to get to defensively before he's ready for the NHL. So it looks like the main thing with Lysell is the fact that he's working through an injury, and there are some inconsistencies in his game that have prevented him from actually being a quality NHL player right now. And on top of that, just not being great defensively. And all that I really have to say is,
why are you expecting him to be defensive?
Lysell is a talent that fell to the Bruins at 21 in 2021. He was projected to be top 10, if not top 5 in the class, and he fell to us at 21. Everything that is materialized from him has indicated that he has pure, unadulterated NHL talent. And yes, maybe he's working through an injury. That is probably the only valid reason to keep him down in Providence right now. Otherwise, What, as if Merkulov is more consistent? We have seen Merkulov at the NHL level, it's like 4 or 5 times at this point, and every single time he has been invisible. And that was exactly what we got yesterday. Merkulov being completely invisible. Did you notice him? I didn't notice him. I was working on that. I was working during Black Friday, and even during the times that I could see the game, he was not doing anything. I don't think you noticed him doing anything. I saw Fraser Minten doing stuff. I saw Alex Steves constantly passing like a half second to Morgan Geekie before or after he reacts, which I don't know, which if a couple of those shots go the Bruins' way, this might end up as a good game where the Bruins actually managed to get one over on the Rangers for once on Black Friday. But no, the Bruins just a complete mess. And calling up Merkulov does not make sense. It does not make sense for more reasons than just the fact that Lysell is a better talent. It's also the fact that you are having him up on the Bruins roster to replace Pastrnak, one of the deadliest right-hand shots in the game. And you have the option between Fabian Lysell, one of the deadliest right-hand shooters in the AHL. And you have Georgii Merkulov, a consistent and strong left-hand shot in the AHL. And you go with the lefty to replace the righty. What are you talking about? What is going on? What is going on with it? I know. I don't know why they treat him like this, but they treat him like Kevin McAllister's pair of rollerblades that he talks about, where he has them stashed under his bed because he thinks they're so cool that he doesn't want to actually wear them because he's worried that they'll get messed up. And then when he wants to actually wear them, he doesn't fit anymore. How do you know what you have in your prospects if you never give them a chance? And at this point, I'm not hearing any excuses to keep Lysell in the AHL. I mean, it's not necessarily the same as seeing Hagens down in the AHL, and because let's be real, Hagens is one of those players that is going to spend like 4 games in the AHL total, and he's never going to go back down to the A afterwards. Who knows? With this organization, he might be stuck in Providence until the end of time. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What do you want me to say about this game? I thought that Korpisalo lets in a goal on the first 3 shots of the game for the 7th time in the 10 starts that he has. I'm getting very sick and tired of that, Joonas. Stop doing that. Stop allowing yourself to get beat in the first couple moments of the game. Stop doing it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Geekie had a good goal. I kind of liked how Lindholm looked. Zadorov is still really good. This game became far more of a referendum on the Bruins prospect management than it did about an actual game between the Bruins and Rangers. I don't know. What I do know is that is going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.